Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. My name is Lindsay, and we are so excited that you're joining us today because it's Tuesday. It's a fabulous day to be awake, to be alive, to be listening to this show. Grab your coffee and your cookies and join us as we talk about positivity, leadership, parenting, and probably some tangents from our audience. So if you want to be a part of that audience, come and join us over on Facebook and YouTube. It is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're listening it to this later, you probably missed it, but that's okay. Come join us anyway next time. Today's show is sponsored by Social Media Torch, creating content on purpose and for a purpose. Learn more about their content marketing firestorms at www.socialmediatorch.com. Nick, it's been an interesting morning so far.
It has been an interesting morning so far. And the reason why she's bringing that up is something came through my email and I had to share that and voice my opinion on it, which is the only opinion that matters. No, I'm just kidding.
OMG. OMG.
It's not the only opinion that matters, but you know, it got me a little fired up. It got me a little fired up.
Yeah.
A little fired up.
Don't even see the smoke anymore.
No.
Seeing the blaze.
No, it was, hold on. Let me do a little split screen action real quick. Oh, not that one. Let's go over here. Let's go. Ba-doop-a-doop, and doop-a-doop, and doop-a-doop. And there we go. It was not a blaze. It was it was a realization.
Okay.
It was very much a realization. And if you're wanting to know what I'm talking about, you can go to my personal profile and watch that conversation. To summarize it, my primary question is, as a company, should you be using your client email list to promote an organization that is outside of your company? And in doing so, if there is a lawsuit against such organization because you promoted it from your client email list, do you get roped into that lawsuit as well? And I guess that's really my primary question. Like,
what's the legal aspect of how that works?
Yeah. What is the legal ramification of you doing that?
Of utilizing business property to support an outside organization.
Correct. Because it's one of, as someone in marketing, right? Before my clients are to publish content, you know, one of the things that they rely on us on is to help them maybe to lower the exposure of something coming back against them.
Right.
Right.
As a company, you need to limit your risk and maximize your profits.
That's your goal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Netflix right now, Netflix, because they've taken a massive hit to their revenue, is getting rid of the woke employees because they are taking the company and they're driving it under. I mean, this Netflix went from $600 a share to, I think, just a little over $200 a share.
That's a big drop.
Because people were leaving Netflix. They're not watching the content made by these woke creators. I mean, like I've said before, look at Top Gun. America loves America. America loves family values.
Most of America.
Well, if you don't love America, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or mean or anything here, but you can leave. Like, there's lots of, I mean, this earth is a massive, massive place. There's lots of other places to live. You know? So no, it's one of those things where you need to, as an organization, be very aware of the content that you're putting out, especially, and hear me on this, okay, when it's an internal email list of your clients. This is not just some random newsletter.
Right.
Okay? This is an internal email list of clients that you're asking these questions to. That has nothing to do with your business. Nothing to do with your business. And there lies the question.
It's definitely a gray area because they signed up for what your business is offering, not what this organization is offering.
Ooh, really? You just
I
gonna...
mean, I just drop gold. That's what I do.
You do drop gold. You do. And that is something.
Can you mute my mic? I need to adjust it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Give me just a second. There you go. So it is. Good morning, Vic. Good morning, sweet Amber. How are y'all doing today? You're good now? All right, we're going to bring Lindsay back into the audio. Yeah. Back into the audio. Ooh, So we have some good news and some bad news about the show.
We have some amazing news.
No.
The audience is getting what they wanted.
The audience is getting one thing of what they wanted. They're getting one thing of what they wanted, and I'm not too sure that they're going to be too happy about the rest of the things.
I know.
Because they didn't ask for them. They didn't ask for it. So do you want to start? So here we go. In the audience, do you want us to start with the negative or the positive? I need to know.
Let's hear it. What does the audience want to hear?
The negative or the positive?
Do you want to start on a good note or end on a bad note? Or end on a good note?
Well, no, it's not really a bad note.
It's not a bad note.
It's not a bad note. It's a different note. And the reason why we're having to do this is we talk about goals. We talk about vision, mission, and core values, and we talk about growing yourself, right? Growing yourself, growing those around, focusing on your family and growing those around you, right? And in doing so, we've realized that some of what we do is just, this show is scaled, and now it's taking just a lot more time, and it's starting to conflict with other things that are going on. Right. And honestly, it comes back to client work. It comes back to client work and us leaving on time to go spend time with our families.
It comes back to our core values and what we're prioritizing.
There you go.
Vic says to start with the positive.
All right. The positive is the show is going to move to an hour long.
Yeah.
It's going to move to an hour long.
It's not what the audience gets. It's what Nick wants. Nick is getting what he wanted all along because he's been, from the very beginning, he's like,
good morning, Angelina. Good morning, Cece. Yes. So we're going to move the show to an hour long. Now, the second part of that is we're only going to have this show on Mondays. Only on Mondays.
It's going to be the coffee and cookies morning Monday. Mornings?
It's going to be a Monday morning show. It's going to be a Monday morning show, and I'm talking with a gentleman right now. He's going to take that show. He's going to splinter it down into segments and splinter it down into shorts throughout the week.
I love this idea.
And with that, it's going to be a lot more intentional. It's going to be less ad lib, less
impromptu.
Yeah, there you go. Less improv and a lot more intentionality. Like I have to talk to Lindsay, but like, hey, I want downloadables about the topics that we talk about. Like,
oh, do
really,
you?
like really planning. Yes.
He just loaded that.
I just did.
Just told me on the show.
Just told you. You know. But it's gonna be and here we go. Right, it's gonna be more intentional with guests. Like Vic might have been the last Tuesday. Well, I guess he'll be the first of the Monday guest. But it's gonna. And here we go. Here's the reason why. First off, we love interacting with y'all as our audience.
Yes,
we love it. Okay. The 30 minutes that we get to spend with you, we absolutely love. Let's make that absolutely clear.
It's more
okay.
Like 40 minutes.
But what you don't see is the audience is the 30 minutes to an hour of prep time. No, hold on. Of prep time that goes into having this show. And then the 30 minutes to hour and a half.
Yeah.
After the show, that has to be done. Now, when you combine all that, I mean, we're we're to have this show eats probably about on average 2.5 hours a day. Between 2 and 2.5 hours a day.
At least.
Yeah. At least, right? And you have to understand, it's very intentional, right? After we have this show, we spend time distributing the show. We spend time answering your comments. We spend time interacting with you as the audience after the show. Okay. So, and that takes time, and we love that. But with the way that Social Media Torch is scaling right now, we can't do both. I don't have a clone. I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank God. No. I don't think the world needs, they're not ready for another Nick.
Oh,
No.
you have no idea what's about to come out.
Not ready for another
Not
Nick.
ready. Not
No.
ready. You ready? So that's and that's an absolute blessing. That Social Media Torch is growing, but there's only so much time in the day.
Right.
And I don't want to be getting home at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to be getting home 2 to 3 o'clock because I want to spend time with my kids.
Yeah.
You know? So please understand that we love y'all. We absolutely love y'all. But and because of that, we love you and we love our family. That we're gonna need to be making this adjustment.
Yeah.
And trust me, this was not an easy choice.
No.
This was what we spent like an hour yesterday just trying to decide, is this the right thing to do? Is this the wrong thing to do? And then it was, let's look at our core values. Let's look at the direction that we're trying to move. Let's look at what we're like. There was a lot. There was a very big round robin during our L10 where we really hashed this out and then had to decide to do this. So what this means though, are you ready for this? Like
Let's
this
hear
is
it.
this is about where I get excited. That means that the show has to be more intentional, right? It means I get to start treating it more like a service, like a church service. Like it has to be like the bullet points and scripts and the guest has to be a lot more intentional. It's not just going to be hey, show up and let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. No, it's going to have to be a lot more intentional.
Are you saying that the audience isn't going to allow, we're not going to have tangents anymore from our audience?
No, I did not say that. I said the content is going to be more intentional.
Be clear. I don't want our audience to be sad that they won't get to,
No.
side rail us.
Of course it gets a side rail. But here we go, right? You have an hour. And I say an hour. Since we're only doing it one day. It might be an hour and a half.
No, it won't, Nick. No, it won't, because then we're in the same boat that we're in right now.
No, because it's only one day. I would have a 3-hour show. Here we go. You ready for this?
You would have 6 hours.
I would have a 3-hour show. I would have guests lined up, right? And we would do a round robin of just bringing in guests and having conversations. I would absolutely do that every Monday. Go live for 3 hours and have multiple guests come in and talk about just multiple different topics. I would love that. The people that are going to do the post editing are going to not like that.
Yeah, no, he means me.
No, not you. I'm talking to a person right now, so it's not going to fall back on your shoulders, right? But no, I just. Yes, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yep.
So that's the sad news. It's not going to be a morning show anymore. It's going to be a Monday
It's
show.
not going to be an every workday morning.
It's not going to be an every workday morning. And here we go, right? If Monday's a holiday, then we're going to have it on Tuesday.
Correct.
Like we're not going to stop creating content. We're going to be being more efficient with the content because I kind of like my little tiny people. I like hanging around them. Like I'm like yesterday we got home a little bit early and then I had to go help create sets for VBS. So I was gone from 5:30 till almost 10 o'clock. I think
It's a long afternoon.
That's a long evening. It's a long evening. I can spend the time with little tinies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What you got?
I was just gonna say, your tinies went for a walk last night and walked around my house. We had a conversation through our window. My kids were taking a bath and they're like, Miss Lindsay, where are the kids? Oh, they're, you get me. We get to chat. It was cute. Sydney, she was like banging on the screen, like, pick me up. How come you're not picking me up? Like, hello.
I know you can do it. You have telekinesis powers. Dun,
was
dun,
pretty
dun, dun. So what this also means, though,
Yes.
is that Nick gets to do more improv on his own.
Yes.
So like yesterday, I showed you like
more teaching. You get to do more teaching.
I get to do more teaching on my own personal profile. Like yesterday, I got to talk about, you know, it had to do with Facebook ads and understanding your geofence, understanding the radius, right?
Yep.
And how not getting that right can really make your numbers. You can just blow through cash, right?
Because
Facebook will take your cash.
And you got an ad from somebody over in
I got an
Commerce,
ad.
Texas.
Someone has their geofence so off that I got an ad for an auto dealership that is an hour and a half away from me. A Chevy dealership. Do you have any idea how many Chevy dealerships are around me? Like within a 5 to 10 mile radius,
There's
I have
a
at
few.
least 4.
Yeah, there's a few.
At least 4. It's like, come on.
It was so funny though. Their response is like, "Oh, nobody else is offering this deal."
I guarantee you right now, I copy and paste. I go to any auto dealership and go, "Hey, they're going to offer me $4,000 off of MSRP. You're going to do it too." Yeah, if I walk into your dealership, you're going to do it too. You just are.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, to sit here and say, I mean, the auto industry, they're needing sales. They're wanting sales. You want to know what? I'm going to send that to Troy and be like, Troy, are you in charge of the marketing of this company? Because if you are, brother, we got to talk. I know he's not. Please understand. I know he's not.
He wouldn't do that.
Which is,
funny.
no, he would not do a race that large. But like today, like I got an email from a Gmail account. Okay. And I went through the Gmail. I double checked the links before I clicked on them. And then I didn't even click on the link. Instead, I just typed in the URL they wanted me to type in. So I type it in and I go to this website, right? And the website at first looks okay, but then you realize none of the buttons are finished out. So the buttons don't work.
Oh.
Okay. They claim to be working with these large brands, but I guarantee you they don't, because the website is broken. There's spelling errors. There are so many things wrong. And then they put this like Trustpilot, Facebook, and then Google rating, Site Jabber, and it's just like everything here is fake. Everything here is fake. And I got to share it with the audience. I got to let people know. Like, hey, this is what you need to look at before you go give this company $300 of your money. You need to be aware. These are things that you need to look for.
Agreed. So you'll get more teachings from Nick, which is greatness.
Okay. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Focus. Back on track.
Well, I just got a message. It was a really long message on Facebook. I'm going to minimize that chat. That person can wait. All right.
So the question, all of this leading up to the question is, what are your core values and goals, and how are your day-to-day actions helping you achieve those? Getting called out, Nick?
No. Actually, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Because of that, because I'm going down this journey as well, right? Like I actually set my wake up, my alarms, okay? And it's the 5 a.m., the 6 a.m. So getting up, so I get the
just to make sure he doesn't, hit the off button instead of the
snooze button, right? and I literally have it. Today's the day. Get up and work out. Like I have a text that goes with it. And then for me, I have a 9 p.m., which is make sure I have my conversations with Amber. Okay, and then my 9:30 is get ready for bed. Now I like to stay up late, so I actually have on my 9:30 it says be disciplined. Be disciplined.
That's a challenge.
Oh, girl, it is 9:30.
Yeah.
Like I don't go to bed at 9:30.
I could totally go to bed at 9:30. Yeah, I'd be fine going to bed at 9:30.
I do not want to do the 9:30 go to bed. That
See?
just
But I would be in my bed playing my game. See, that's where my discipline needs to come in.
Okay.
Like, because my alarms are on my phone,
Uh-huh.
I have to have my phone near my bed.
Oh, yeah.
So I hear them and I get up and, but that makes it so much easier to get distracted before I go to sleep, which is not good for my brain.
No, it's not good for your brain.
I know these things. But I don't necessarily do them.
There's actually a study out there that shows like if you're on your phone before you go to sleep, like you don't get into as deep a sleep, and therefore you don't dream.
I don't dream very much anyway.
So it's everyone their own. I'm just saying, like there's a couple studies out there that talk about it. Hey, I have a question for you, Lindsay.
Let's hear it.
I have a question for you, Lindsay. You brought up this thing called the blood diet.
I did, and I don't know much about it.
And it's not where you drink blood. Don't worry, Dracula. We're not going to take
I
your.
always wanted to be a vampire, but I don't think it's healthy for you.
It's a blood type diet.
Yes.
And it recommends eating different things based on your blood type.
Correct.
And so I actually was reading about it yesterday because I got
you?
bored, and I was like, I need to just read something that is just off the wall. And like Lindsay talks about this, so I'm going to talk about this. And it actually, like, there are people, like, I believe if you're an A or an AB blood type, like the vegan diet is actually really healthy for you according to this blood type diet. Now, at first I was like, oh, it's a blood diet. Like you don't drink blood, but you put in your blood type and it says, hey, here's a diet that works best for your blood. And here we go. You ready for this? Like Harvard's actually researching this right now. Like this came out, I can't remember his name, a couple of years ago, like from 2013, 2014, but they're actually starting to like do like real research on this to see if it carries any weight.
Okay, so my best friend in Michigan, she was sharing her story with me, and she went to this holistic doctor, and apparently this doctor just took a scan of her eye. She's like, oh yeah, you need to not eat this and this and this and blah blah blah, and she's like, yeah, right. Like,
yeah,
all
right.
skeptical of like, yeah, right. And then she's like, well, what blood type are you? And she tells her, and she goes, oh yeah. And she pulls up this sheet of this is what you should and shouldn't eat for your blood type. And all the things that she had listed out were on the do not eat for that blood type. It was crazy. So like one of the things that she's supposed to be cutting out is chicken. Cutting out chicken.
Well, okay. So real quick, which blood type? Okay.
I don't remember.
All right. Go ahead.
So she's supposed to cut out chicken, and she's like, it's so hard. I love chicken. I love to eat chicken. I love that's what I eat.
Right.
And so she had a follow-up appointment with this doctor, and like a week before she went, she had like chicken meatballs or something. But she had been cutting it out of her diet, and she's like, I felt like I could feel it. I could feel it. Like it was just different. I just felt like I didn't feel awful, but I felt like a little sluggish, a little like just not myself. And they actually looked at her blood, and her blood was clumping. Her red blood cells were actually clumping together, and the doctor said that it was because that's what chicken does to your blood type.
So it's interesting because I'm blood type O. I know what I am, and I read through the diet, and blood type O's. So what I didn't know is that like it actually deals with like your heritage, and a blood type O is more of a hunter gatherer.
Okay.
So very heavy meat, light on carbs, like basically your keto diet,
right?
Make it real simple.
Sure.
And I know that, like, I know if I do that diet, I know that diet. Here we go. Right? It's not that that's a high protein, low carb diet. It's not that. Like I know, and, Angelina's mom, Rosalie, and I have had this conversation. Like, I know if I get away from beans, if I get away from pastas, I'll trim up quick. Breads, like I know it. No. Dark greens, I'm great at.
Grain.
But are you ready? No. Grains. No, not just grains, but like cauliflower, not good.
Really?
Yeah, cauliflower's not good for my blood type, right? But your dark greens, your asparagus, your dark greens, really good. And I know this. Like I know this because I've done that diet before, and it was amazing how much energy I had versus not having.
See, here's where I come up with a problem.
Okay, what's your
I don't
problem?
come up with a problem.
You are the problem.
As the cook in the family, this is where I have the problem. If we have 4 different blood types, that means cooking 4 different
Yes, it does.
stinking meals.
Yes, it
and
does.
I'm not okay with this.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So it's like I believe Amber is blood type A or AB. And her thing is not the heavy red meats and heavy meat. Hers is actually more grain. And that's one of the reasons why Amber is like her body
Built
runs
the way
great.
she is. Yeah.
Runs great running off of a lot of the grains and the pastas and things of that nature. So it's really interesting. They have not come up with enough data to back it. But then, are you ready for this? It also goes into the exercise. Like there's another level. One is the diet. The next is the type of exercise. So you get people who maybe are like, oh, I do lots of cardio.
Like what type of exercise you should be doing.
Cardio, heavy lifting, light lifting, what works best for your blood type. And here we go, right? The more that we're learning about DNA and blood and the way the body operates as science has come out. Oh, okay, Amber's A+, so she's type A.
Yep.
You can actually go in there and look at it. And when she's on that diet, like she always just has more energy. However, if Amber tries to get on a really heavy protein diet, she feels sluggish. It's just it's interesting. So I'm not sitting here and I'm not saying, hey, you absolutely need to do this diet. We're not saying that, okay?
Right.
And I'm not sitting here saying,
I think it's interesting.
there you go.
I want to learn
There
more
you
about
go.
it. I want to, maybe experiment
Test
with
it.
it.
Test it for
Yes.
3 weeks.
Well, so she said, get rid of whatever it is on your do not eat list for at least a month.
3 weeks.
A month is 4.
3 weeks.
4 weeks.
21 days. You can do anything for 21 days.
So Dustin says that blood type B should cut out chicken. Good morning, Dustin. Thanks for
Good morning,
joining
Studley.
us. And he's also O positive.
There you go.
Yeah. So he said, go us.
Right?
I don't even know what I am. So I need to actually.
So blood type O is very heavy protein.
Which, I mean, we did that food allergy test on him, and he is sensitive to wheat.
Right? Actually, everything that's on the negative side of the O is everything that he should not eat. It's what he's allergic to.
He's sensitive to eggs.
He's
sensitive to almonds and peanuts.
And
he has a whole list of
do not eat.
those are his high sensitivity items,
Yes.
and then he has a whole giant list of medium sensitivity things, and then like mild. So like, yeah, all those things are probably in that list.
But here we go, right? We're not saying this is the end all of be all, right? Maybe this can help you just take a step forward in being healthier.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this can help you take a step forward in going, I want to learn a little bit more about my nutrition.
Yeah.
And understand that this blood type diet, because of what's out there, it's a very short read. It's really, I mean, even the Harvard study was a really short blog.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they're all just kind of repeating what this one doctor is saying, which is why Harvard is doing their own independent study right now. But, I know. Oh, and Angelina, that was actually one of the big things of, I'm curious of what she's asking. I'm curious what blood type I am now. That's actually one of the largest barriers to entry of people doing this diet is they don't know what blood type they are.
Right.
The only reason why I know is because the military, and it's on all my medical records.
Yep. So if you want to go donate some blood, you can find out that way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
If you donate and you give at least a pint of blood, because sometimes you can't, like your body, not the last time, but the time before that, my body actually
rejected.
Not rejected, but like
Push the needle out.
It was taking a long time for this bag to fill, and I'm like, what is going on? Like I'm massaging their stress balls and like trying to get my blood flowing and raising my arms and doing crazy things and
With a needle in your arm.
yeah,
Amber, are you hearing this?
I wasn't doing really crazy
Are
things.
you hearing this?
But I was trying to get the blood flowing.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
So they're like, well, it hasn't really changed. So they pull out the needle and there is a string attached to it. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, that's just, like your blood just clotted up because it was leaking into this, like when you have a cut and it stops bleeding.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. So sometimes people's blood will prevent you from donating. So I didn't give a full pint that time, so I couldn't figure out what my blood type was.
So it's not the fact it clotted. It's the fact it was a string.
I know, right?
Like your body was like, we're locking this down.
We're done.
We're done. This blood stays inside the body.
We are protecting you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vic says, I don't know what blood type I am, but I hope steaks are good for steaks. Oh, sushi. I am so craving sushi today.
I love sushi. I'm good for sushi any day.
I'm having an absolute sushi craving today.
Yes,
so, ladies and gentlemen,
crazy,
understand that we are going to miss y'all tomorrow morning, but we will not be having the show tomorrow morning. The next time we have this show will be Monday morning.
So set your alarms. Make sure you like and follow our pages.
There you go.
So that you can get notified when we go live.
Now, understand, after that episode, we're going to be dropping like segments, okay? And those segments won't always come out at 9 a.m. Those will be dropped out throughout the week, and we'll have shorts coming out throughout the week. And it's going to be more intentional. It's going to be more intentional. And it might be 3 hours long, so you know.
It is not going to be 3 hours long.
Why not? Like the Joe Rogan show. We just rotate out guests.
No. Nick, you're causing my blood pressure to rise right now, okay? Like
Amber, come on the show. Come on the show. Be on the show with me for like 3 hours. I could rotate co-host. We'd have to call it something else though.
Anyway, I hope you guys bring your positive today. We are praying positive over you, and we hope that...
Oh no, they can't hear you. Oh no.
So mean. So mean. Wow.
Dad's gonna be in Florida on Monday.
What?
Yep.
What is he doing in Florida?
Family's in Florida. Brothers, sisters,
fun.
Mom, they're all in Florida.
That'll be fun. Grandpa Gartside, you going to the beach?
He could care less about that. He goes to the golf course. My dad gets enough sun with his lawn care business. He could care less about the beach.
I'm sure he's got a great farmer's tan.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Even that out a little bit.
But the golf courses, that's what he goes for. Especially because like him and his brothers are all really super competitive. Like my dad will tell stories. I say that there's one brother that's really super competitive. My dad used to be super competitive, but he's eased up on that a little bit.
A little bit.
A lot of it.
Depending on what he's playing, because
That is true.
He's really competitive.
That is true. Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I lived in that household. You're not telling me something I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it is Tuesday. We love you guys. We'll see you guys in a week.
Less than a week.
Yep. But we love y'all. Hey, bring your positive today. People need it.
Yes.
People need it. Maybe even Nick needs it. If you go watch my last video, understand I'm not growling in that video. I'm asking questions. And you need to go watch that video because you need to see what companies are asking of you to do, and you need to see what those organizations are doing to kids. You need to be aware of it. Before you donate $1, you need to be aware of it. Because, especially if you're a parent or a grandparent, you need to be very aware of it. All right, enough of that. We love you guys. Bring your positive. Do your greatness. Just bring it.
It's Tuesday, so you should be done with your first big 3.
No, you should be finishing up your first.
Finish up your first.
And start your second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I said was tomato, and he said tomato.
Still,
okay.
I'm right.
No. Aren't you gonna miss this every morning?
Oh man, they are gonna miss this.
They are gonna miss the
so what's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to scale a little bit faster so we can get some more team members in here so we can start this doing every day.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. Like you just thrown everything out the window.
It's gone. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being in the comments. That's how we know that you guys are with us. If you're over on the podcast, come join us over on YouTube and Face of the Book. Okay, we did not stream live on LinkedIn today because we knew this was going to be a bit more of our core audience, and we wanted to share that with you guys who are our core audience. But hey, guess what? We love you guys, and you know that. Which means that as this content comes out, make sure that you're still in the comments. Make sure you're still liking, okay? It may not always be live, but we are watching the comments. Like this is still a passion of ours.
Yes.
Okay? We just have to be more time efficient with something that we don't get back, which is time. But we love you guys. Make sure today that you
rise up
and crush it.
Bye y'all.